Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how to make this ramen salad. It's a super fast vegan meal that you can make in 15 minutes. I always prepare my vegetables in advance, chopping them and keeping them in my fridge to make my meal preparation way faster and way easier. I start by adding some vegetable broth into a pan. Not very much, just enough to keep the vegetables from sticking. This is a great replacement for oil if you're trying to avoid oils in your diet. It is still a processed food, so you could use water instead if you would prefer. I just like vegetable broth because it adds a nice flavor still. You have to let this heat up for a little bit before adding your vegetables. But the first vegetable I'm going to add are bell peppers. I think bell peppers are so delicious and they're so rich with vitamins and antioxidants. They also are colorful and make a beautiful addition to any meal. I love how they look visually and I love how they taste. So I add them on a daily basis. The next thing I'm adding are red onions. Red onions are so delicious and they add a great flavor to your meals, but these ones are a little bit strong, so you have to be careful to make sure you don't put too many in. Otherwise it can be a little spicy. Next I add garbanzo beans. I love garbanzo beans. I think beans and legumes are one of the most important foods to have on a daily basis because they're full of fiber and protein and so many other vital nutrients. Garbanzo beans are my personal favorite, so I eat these quite frequently. Cilantro just adds a great flavor to any meal. I love cilantro personally, but I know that some people really don't, so that's totally a personal preference. I let these vegetables sit in the pan for a little bit. You can see them simmering in the broth. I stir them around to make sure that they cook evenly. I added some tomatoes because although I don't usually like tomatoes raw, I do like them cooked on pasta dishes specifically. I think that they add a great flavor to these dishes. Garlic, of course, is a must-add. I am a garlic-aholic. I think garlic makes everything better. So don't add it if you don't like it, but for me personally, it is important to the recipe. Garlic can also have medicinal properties and be really good for your immune system. I let all the vegetables dry cook for a little bit because this helps add a golden edge to them and it helps them get that nice sauteed flavor. Once the broth gets a little too low, I add more so that the vegetables don't dry out. Once the vegetables are done cooking, you can start working on your ramen. I make my ramen in the microwave because it's faster. I pour water over the top just enough to cover the ramen. I cooked mine for about 4 to 5 minutes, and this worked for me, but it's going to vary based on your microwave and what ramen you get. While the ramen is cooking, I filled a bowl with a bed of greens to add a nutritious base to the meal. When the ramen is done, I take it out and strain it. I then like to take the noodles and separate them with a fork. This helps ensure that they're done, and it makes them a little bit easier to eat. I then plop those right on top of the bed of greens. In this case, I used spinach and kale. Once the ramen is on there, you can add your vegetables. I'm a mess, as you can see. I spill it everywhere, but that's okay. Then I add hummus because I love hummus. Like I said, garlic. I'm a garlic-aholic, so I think this dish is absolutely delicious. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments.